What's up, Easy Baby? What's up, Nikita? Y'all, let me turn this music up. Y'all, we got to do a different angle today. I didn't woke up with a toothache. I got to get to the dentist tomorrow. So for right now, y'all just have to look at these hands. Nail day today, dentist tomorrow, gym every single day, because it's all about your girl. I hope you're pouring into you at this time too. What's up? What's good? What's going on, y'all? It's the same OG over here, okay? It's the same OG. You just get to see my hands, okay? When I used to mess with that Gemini I talk about all the time, when I used to mess with that guy, when we used to have our serious talks, I would have to go to the bathroom. Like I would go to a different room to talk to him because I couldn't look at him. I would be embarrassed. So who knows? You might get a more authentic message today if there's ever such thing. But yes, I hope I feel better too, Nikita. I can barely see the chat, y'all. Let me pull it up on my phone because I can barely see the chat. Y'all, honey, this little toothache wasn't getting ready to stop me from that gym. No, it was not. I know that's right. Nikita, it's because you a real one. Okay, let's go ahead and jump in. Let's go ahead and jump in and do Aries let's do Aries at 3 minutes even. Real, recognize real. And all that old fake ass, projected ass energy, baby, you gotta leave that beyond. You gotta leave that in the past. For anybody that's over here trying to project that old negativity, go sit down. Spirit said it's time to look within. You see the jade? This is my Granny E deck too. When I need a real raw message, no filter, get over yourself, this is where I come to. No, I'm not doing Facebook today. What's up, Ashley? What's up, Sharina? Hey, y'all. Uh-oh, did I click Aries? I didn't. Grand Rising, y'all. All right, let's do Aries for 4 minutes even. Let's change that to 4 minutes even for Aries. All right, Spirit, tap me in for Aries. What does Aries need to know right now? And what's the overall energy for what Aries needs to know right now? Okay, so Aries, what Spirit needs you to know is that you're almost there. This is not the time to be giving up, okay? The number 44 could be significant, but Spirit definitely wants you to know that you're almost there. Don't be playing, let me see what's at the bottom. Yeah, sacred boundaries. Don't be trying to get flexible boundaries just because, I was thinking, damn, that's crazy, because when I seen this rainbow at the top, I was like, ooh, that seemed like a flexible boundary to me. It's like you're almost there. Don't be trying to pull a shortcut now. And dang, that's crazy. 44 and then 43 at the bottom. So definitely some sort of synchronicity. Spirit is trying to tell you that what you established before you got here, Aries, it's the foundation. So don't discard it. Let's see. What does Aries need to know right now? You're almost there, Aries. You're almost there, baby. The 7 of Cups in the reverse in the Wheel of Fortune. You are almost there, but you are having to surrender to flow. I do feel like that there's a change in cycles that is coming for you, but I definitely feel like that there's kind of like feeling disarray. I want to say like a mirage, like you've been walking across the desert for a long time and like you may just start to lose sight. But Spirit is saying, just hang in there. You're almost there. The Two of Swords is here. The Page of Pentacles, ambition. The Magician, willpower, exactly. The likely outcome, the Page of Swords, the communication. Hey, the Nine of Swords. So Spirit is telling you to continue to tend to your crop, continue to focus on your independence, continue to focus on your household. If this is pertaining to an emotional situation, communication is coming, okay? Communication is coming. But right now, what you don't like, the reason why you're like, damn, but Key, I've been in this desert. I've been walking this path for a minute. I understand. But Spirit is saying there's some hidden information. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some things that you don't see. And because this is stuff that is beyond your vision, is being handled behind the scene. And because of that, it may be creating some what you would perceive as delays, but it's actually putting you there right on time. It is going to require some ambition and some willpower. Like, I won't shortchange you. The Page of Pentacles and the Magician, baby, it's going to require some diligence. You're going to have, like it says, concentration. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to recognize that, I don't know, like, I just left the gym, right? And shit, I'm going to be honest with you. Shit, after 4 days in a row, honey, baby, honey, I'm you know, it take me to talk to myself in a different kind of way to push through it, right? And I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to tell you, Aries, is switch up the way that you're talking to yourself. Recognize that whatever diligence and willpower you need, it requires you to go inward for this. Some of y'all, I don't know. I don't want to play into that game. I think it's childish, but some of y'all are waiting on communication from something, waiting to hear back from something. And you're thinking that because you're not hearing back communication, it's like you're about to stop applying effort towards the situation. And Spirit is saying that's not necessarily the case. So, like, let's say that you've been applying to college and you don't feel like anybody's hitting you back yet. And so you're giving up on it. And now you're about to start looking for a 9-to-5. Tisk. Stop. You putting your cart before your horses. Like, your timing is not always the right timing. You almost there. Don't give up. Yeah, look, baby, you have to go play with somebody else. Because me and Elizabeth just ain't never going to be the 1, the 2, and George ain't going to be the 3 either. You hear me? Like, Spirit is saying the opportunities are knocking. So just stop. Keep your boundaries up. Keep your faith. Right now, you're undergoing some sort of necessary transformation. Shit, I'm getting ready. Shit, Pookie, I'm telling you, I almost lifted that camera up. But shit, my body's getting ready to be in an audience. You hear me? But getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and going to the gym and working out, it hurts. You know what I'm saying? And then to come home and make sure I'm nourishing my body right and still taking care of my children and staying on a routine, it requires that fortitude, right? Willpower. So Spirit is saying, Aries, you almost there. Don't give up. You got this. This could pertain to, like I said, communication. There could be a Virgo, Gemini, Sag, Pisces here. Uh-oh, y'all was talking. Hello, Holly. Hola. Actually, I think I'm going to do it right there. All right, Spirit, show me. Tap me in for Taurus. Tap me in for Taurus. Let's do Taurus for 10:30. All right, Spirit, what does Taurus need to know right now? Taurus, thank y'all so much for smashing that thumbs up button. It's greatly appreciated. If you guys would like to book a personal reading, you can find those over on the ManjulaAwakening.com. Spirit, please tap me in for Taurus. What does Taurus need? Oh, Taurus, you need to know that it's in you. You got to stop looking externally. Okay, so if you're looking for an answer, this is not the time to be going to your homegirl, your homeboy, or nothing like that. Okay, it's definitely time to stop running from your shadow here, and that's why you're not able to find the answers within. Is because you have to integrate your shadow without allowing it to overtake you. Okay, let's see, Spirit, what is this pertaining to for Taurus? Your friends, your mama, your daddy, your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle is not going to be able to guide you in the direction that you need at this time. You got to drop down and tap into your internal self. All right, Spirit, show me what's going on here for Taurus. What does Taurus need to know right now? All right. In order to have wish fulfillment, you do have to walk away from something here, okay? But it's like not just walking away. There has to be this making peace with something. I do feel like you're being given the opportunity to have wish fulfillment. But in order to have wish fulfillment, you have to make peace and find the silver lining. You see, I think that it's funny that I'm kind of glad this is on the desk today. The Eight of Cups is about walking away from something that it has proven emotional fulfillment. And it's not necessarily to say that, I mean, there are good days, right? And you know that good old saying, there are good days and there are bad days. But whatever this situation is, it doesn't bring, like the two of you all, or whatever this situation is, you are no longer going in the same direction. Here and you're going towards the Two of Cups, which is harmony, on the same page. And in the Five of Cups, you have to make peace with the spilled Three of Cups, but it requires you to lift your head up. It requires you to lift your head up and find the silver lining. Go towards that which matches your soul's desires. Sometimes we're disappointed. Sometimes we face disappointment to strip us of our mask, right? So that we can finally truly go after our true desires. And that's what Spirit is trying to tell Taurus. Right now, listening to everybody around you has gotten you emotionally dissatisfied. It's like you're walking away from a situation. I was like, damn, I should have never took their opinion on that. Or but that's only because I was there. Damn, I knew better. Spirit is saying, you're right, you did know better. So now it's time to start making sure you're listening, like going within instead of always going to your best friend or your mama first. The opportunity here is to move something on to calmer waters, to navigate away from the strife and the conflict. But you see the challenge here, Taurus. All right, let's talk about it, Taurus. The challenge here is, well, you got to get in the driver's seat. And as stubborn as you are, I have to be honest with you. Taurus energy, once they receive a set instructions, they're stubborn on those set instructions. But Taurus energy really does prefer someone to lead them, okay? Once you give Taurus a set of instructions, they're going to follow that shit to a T, stubbornly, right? But you're being challenged to get out there and build something with no blueprint. You are the blueprint right now, Taurus. And Spirit is saying that you've got to tap into, like, you got to just, I don't know, you got to give yourself the authority and the permission to do so. Your advice is the Two of Pentacles here, and adaptability. Just know that it's going to require adaptability. It's going to require flexibility. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't go out here and expect perfection, Taurus. You're going to have to make adjustments along the way, and that's okay. The Five of Pentacles for the likely outcome. I feel like that you're going to feel like you're pushing towards something alone. I do feel like the Taurus I'm speaking to may be used to kind of like having the crowd, even if it is just your loyal two or your loyal three, whatever the case may be. The Magician card, that's the truth. You're about to have to go into a season where you have to recognize that you have all of the resources and you don't need all of this external noise to prove to you that you got the sauce. And I do feel like that you becoming more confident in what it is that you have. I just told my cousin last night, that, like when you start to recognize and you start to do healing, it is a lonely road. It's just like the things that you used to accept to keep you occupied, it just doesn't fit moving forward when you're going towards growth. And I'm speaking to a Taurus that is going towards growth. And I just have to be honest with you, you're busting through the seams of what you're currently doing. And they're not going to like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you, Taurus. Thank y'all for smashing that thumbs up button. What's up, Donna K? What's up, Alexis the Great? Yes, let's move into Gemini, guys. Guys, I'm going to do an in-depth work and career reading at the end for those of you all that are looking for work, career, and finances. That will be the collective message at the end. So thank you all for smashing that thumbs up button and supporting that. I hope to get enough thumbs up to where it's like, oh shit, they want to see that for the all signs. I can't wait till the collective is at the point where they're ready for work and career readings. Sharina said, yes, I know, right? All right, Spirit, tap me in. Tap me in for Gemini at 1745. 1758. I think that's what it said, but we're doing 1745. What's up, Gemini? Let's go for Gemini, Spirit. What does Gemini need to know right now? What does Gemini need to know right now? Service. There's service. Being of service right now. It's a time to give rather than to take. And it is going to require you to see beyond the past in order to show up. All right, Spirit, tap me in for Gemini. What does Gemini need to know right now? Okay, just like that. Look, the Five of Swords. Look, and did y'all see how that came out? So I do feel like that right now there is definitely some sort of arguments, dispute, aggression. There's some sort of hostility around, right? This energy of rivalry, trying to win something at all costs. And I do feel like I want you to know that the Five of Swords energy is like a hollow victory. No one really wins. Everyone walks away wounded. Here's why I feel like that my collective, Gemini collective, is being given the leg up. With this service energy, and it's a 5 card, so there could be something significant. There's a need to change the way that you approach conflict, allow conflict to be like there's a need. I don't know. There's like a seeing. Let me see, Spirit. What is this? Yeah. The leadership, you got to jump. Like the challenge here is, and immediately my mind went back to the 4 swords. Okay, let me slow down and explain my mind, Gemini. I got a Gemini baby. When I think about the 5 of Swords, you're like the 5 of Swords is guaranteed conflict. It's like there's you and somebody or you and something has got to get on the same page, and it's not going to be easy. However, if you can approach knowing this, if you can shift your approach from defense to service, meaning, you know what? I already know what I'm trying to achieve here. So I'm not really going in here to convince anyone of what I'm trying to achieve. I'm going at this with trying to understand what that person is trying to achieve. And then because I already know what I'm trying to achieve, I can figure out the baseline from there. That's the struggle here. The King of Wands, baby, is a bad mamma jamma, okay? Because he has a visionary. But his vision is only able to come into fruition because he delegates the roles. And he delegates the roles based off of what the people around him are good at. He doesn't try to make someone that's good at soccer good at ballet. He says, you know what, if they're good at soccer, I'm going to see how they can move my ball from one end of the field to the next. And I'm going to put them in that position. And if this person over here is good at talking, then I'm going to put them at the front line of advertisement, right? So that's what makes the King of Wands so powerful. But that's what's showing up as a challenge for you, Gemini. And that's saying that right now you got to stop trying to be so defensive and defend where you're coming from and actually take a second to see where the other side is coming from so that you can sit with it and try to come with a solution. You're being told to be of service. And it is going to require you to be more compassionate to this situation, okay? The likely outcome here, I'm not getting, I just feel like that there's like resourcefulness. Thank you, Spirit. I was like, I'm not getting the typical Seven of Swords energy from this one. And this literally says resourcefulness. I feel like that the likely outcome of this is, one, not only are you recognizing that you have more resources around you by recognizing all the ways that you have, all the different pathways that you can delegate these responsibilities, but you're also being viewed as a valuable resource, okay? Yeah, you're definitely being viewed as a valuable resource. And I want you to know that if you can stop trying to approach something from a defensive standpoint, you're actually being given an opportunity for expansion and growth. I feel like you're being viewed as a resource, as the likely outcome, and that gives you an opportunity to expand. Baby, you're going to have to go play with somebody else. What I tell you, me and my spirit team ain't never going to be it. And it's all because you recognize that this pathway is too defensive, and it leads to it's betraying your opportunities. It's putting your income and opportunities to an end. So if you can shift this defensive stance, I see more opportunities. I see new opportunities coming into it. Okay, that's what I got for you. What's the resistance here? I want it my way. I want it my way. That's the resistance, because I kept getting stuck on trying to get this strategy out. And so there's definitely some resistance here, Gemini. And it's definitely coming from, yeah, but my spark, my inspiration is it looks like this. And so I needed to come in just like this. So, okay, so as someone that my foresight is pretty nice, I have to be honest with you. And sometimes that foresight can be a double-edged sword, because even though I may have an understanding of how a situation is going to play out, my understanding of the timeline may be different. And so I've had to catch myself when things aren't playing out in that timeline, because I've envisioned it. I've had the vision, I've had the download of it being this particular way. But then it's like, dang, but this is happening and this is happening. But the vision said that this was going to happen and this was going to happen. And it's like, but you are getting a whole download in 30 fucking seconds. And it's something that's going to play out over the course of 2 months. Of course, there's some in-between space. And that's what Gemini's blockage is right here, okay? It's like my inspiration is coming through this way, and I am hell-bent on it looking just like this. And that is coming off as very, it's like it's just bringing about disappointment, lack of satisfaction, okay? Whew. $25. All right, Spirit, tap me in for Cancer at 26 minutes and 15 seconds. All right, Spirit, tap me in for Cancer. Still got a few seconds. All right, Cancer, let's go. Let's see. What do you need to know right now? Cancer, thank you all for smashing that thumbs up button. It's greatly appreciated. I do want to let you all know that I will be doing a work, career, and finance reading for the collective at the end. But let's jump in and see what you need to know right now, Cancer. Spirit, tell me in for Cancer. Thank you. So Cancer, Spirit is wanting you to kind of like nourish your shadow, okay? There's a part of you that you're neglecting right now. Yeah. Hey, Cancer, listen, Linda. You're about to break out of the mode, okay? And listen. One of the most toxic things that happens in Hollywood is throwing children out into the spotlight without preparing them and without pacing them, right? The same things we're putting our children out into the world without pacing and preparing them. It essentially stunts some sort of development. And Spirit is telling you, Cancer, that you are about to be thrust out into the spotlight. Right now is the time to nourish the shadow parts of yourself. Right now is the time to start, like, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you got insecurities, it's time for you to sit with them. That way, when shit happens and shit pops off, it doesn't make you crumble. It doesn't make you go into your shell. You're a crab. That's what you do. You retreat into your shell the moment that you're uncomfortable. And Spirit is saying, I need you to address the things that cause you to retreat, because you're about to be you're about to shine. And right now, I need you to work on resolving this inner conflict and getting out of your head. Damn. All right, Cancer, let's talk about it. Let me see what's going on. $33 could be significant, Cancer. Okay, I'm okay. All right, Spirit, show me what's this energy. What's going on for Cancer? What does Cancer need to know right now? Okay. Hey, baby, you just going to have to go play with somebody else. You ain't going to be able to have from the, this is putting me in mind of one of my cards. In Spirit, I'm going to do it. I'm a Cancer rising, so I can do what I want to do. Look, there's definitely some sort of spotlight. There's no more. You've been holding back. You've been trying to play small. You've been trying to stay within some sort of umbrella. No more. Absolutely no more. But I'm telling you right now, we have the 5 of Cups. Cancer, what's going to be spotlighted for you is grief and sorrow. You understand what I'm saying? So Spirit is saying, take this time to accept what is. You know what I'm saying? Accept what is. Accept what is over. Accept what is no longer serving you. Because, baby, you being called out, there's like no more hiding. I got my girl, too. I got Merlin. Come on, Spirit. Spirit. Maybe I just needed to slow down anyways. Watch your words. Baba Yaga. Patience. Patience. Past life healing. Boy, I didn't shuffle these cards. Y'all see me pull this out there. Look what's together. Look what is together right here. Hey. The sacred medicine. Hey, you're going to have to go play with somebody else's spirit team. Look at the sacred medicine. Spirit is saying, watch your words. Go into your safe place. I got some sacred medicine for you. Divine messages are coming in. But in order for you these divine messages are going to help you go through this past life healing, it's going to require some patience from you. I now know, but it's so that you can tell the truth, so that you can stand in the light of your fucking truth. Look at how it came together. This is the card I wanted you to see. Look at how it came together. There's no more hiding. You are definitely coming up out of your cave. And when you come up out of your cave, Spirit is saying, I want you to know that the truth is going to, like, the truth of who you are is going to be there. But the more comfortable you become standing in it, the, like, I don't know how to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. That's what I got to tell you. The Nine of Swords. So you got a lot of fears. And look, Spirit said, nah, baby, you ain't got to pull no more cards. You just told them the truth. This Ace of Swords is going to, like, you got a lot of fears and anxieties about your truth. And Spirit has said, what's the fears and anxiety for? Can't nobody wear that armor like you. Can't nobody wear that truth like you. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Okay, this young fella, it was recent too. This young fella I was dealing with hurt my feelings because he called me crazy, essentially, right? And it hurt my feelings because everybody in my family labeled me as crazy, right? And sent me off. But I'm going to be honest with you. I had to ask myself, was I mad at that man for calling me crazy? Did that man hurt my feelings? Or did the fact that there was still unprocessed pain hurt my feelings, right? Spirit is saying, you're letting someone external to you say things, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. You're allowing your truth to stop you. Spirit is saying, it's time to go ahead and speak your truth and set yourself free of the fears and the anxiety, okay? When you step into the spotlight, absolutely. But one thing for sure, two things for certain that I have learned with being vulnerable and truthful about my story is that a lot of y'all stick around for the long haul because y'all like, ooh, damn, I didn't think nobody else ever. Oh, damn, I thought I was the only one. So sometimes there's this song that I listen to and it says, do it for somebody else. Go through your healing process and stand in your truth because there is someone standing in the closet. There is someone standing in darkness because they feel like that they're the only ones going through it. And all it takes is for you to be fucking brave and own your truth and not run from it to help somebody. You don't even have to go out there and do a platform. All you have to do is when you walk out of your house, no matter what your truth is, stand in it. That's what Spirit is challenging my Cancerian collective to do. I'm getting long-winded, so I'm going to let you go right there. But I definitely see you breaking free of this over-analyzing situation, okay? You have to reckon, Spirit wants you to really look at how over-analyzing situations have held you back. Okay, it's time to bust through all of those illusions that bind you and stop you from moving forward. Stand in your fucking truth. You got this. Say it with your chest, baby. Let's move on to Leo. What's up, Linda? What's up, Miss Falls? You're so welcome, Curl. You're so welcome. All right, Spirit. We're going into Leo, the lovely lions. You can't scratch me like that, Cosmo. It hurts. What's up, baby? Let me hurry up. I got a late start, okay? No. Yaya's up. Yaya, go get Yaya. He said no. I am so done. Well, you ain't coming up here either. All right, Spirit, tap me in for Leo. Let's do 36 minutes even for Leo. Oh, shit. Maybe we need to do 35, 55 because this card already came out for Leo. And it says, you are what you think, Leo. You are what you think. Magnetism through gratitude. So it's time for you. So, okay. So Leo, this is definitely the season for you to, like Spirit is saying, even though there's 1,000 reasons to complain, Spirit needs you to focus on the reasons to be thankful, because right now Spirit has something in the works for you, but it's only like the shipment, the mode of transportation for this manifestation to come in is your thoughts. It is your thoughts. So let's say that you are wanting to go to college and you keep on saying, ooh, but I remember when I didn't do this in school, and I remember when I didn't want to do this, and I remember this, and this was a struggle. And Spirit is saying, all right, then I'm going to go ahead and I'm taking the transportation is taking you to not getting accepted into college. If you shift your mindset to, oh, I'm so grateful I can I can be happy about school again, or I can expand my brain. This is the opportunity for me to pick up what I left behind in high school. Like, you have to reshift your thinking, because there's something that's trying to come in for you, but it is definitely requiring gratitude and appreciation. Okay. Let's see exactly what this is. What does Leo need to know right now? Could be a creative project. Page of Cups. And then again, some of y'all, it could be about making some sort of an apology as well. Proposal, like just some sort of small emotional offer. Let me see, Spirit. Tell me in. What does Leo need to know right now? What does Leo need to know right now? Okay, well, let's take it then. The Queen of Cups. There's, ooh, shit. Is that right? Compassion, warmth, and kindness is going to get you farthest right now. So it's a time for healing, and it's definitely time for you to be compassionate with yourself and others. Definitely needing to listen to your intuition. Your intuition is trying to support you at this time, but that negative mindset that Spirit is trying to shift you away from may have you dismissing your intuition, okay? Ooh, the Knight of Cups. A lot of cups energy here, Cancer. You're in love, or you're having some sort of emotional, you could have a Leo moon, a Leo Venus, but I'm definitely speaking to someone that is feeling very emotional about a situation, but it looks like you're not as pessimistic. I mean, you're not as optimistic about it. You're a little on the pessimistic side. And we have the Page of Swords coming out, and Spirit is saying right now, it's time to start communicating, like whatever it is that you're emotionally optimistic about and that you're looking to go towards, right? It's time to communicate, like increase your self-talk. Look, I'm telling you, you're getting ready to have forward movement. Things are getting ready to speed up fast. A lot of y'all, let me just tell you what you want me to tell you. This person is single. I'm just going to tell you what you want to hear, Leo. The person on your mind is single. The person that you're wanting to go towards, they are single. Okay. However, I do feel like that you're trying to avoid some sort of conflict with this person. And Spirit is saying trying to avoid the conflict is actually the very thing that is creating the conflict. Okay. So it's kind of like understanding it's just time to go in there, just run up in there, just run on up in that thing, say what you need to say. This person is ready to communicate, okay? Whether they're single or whether you need to know that this person is single, or like whether you need to know this person is open to the communication. The outcome of you running up in there, well, things are going to move. And it's excitement. Let me see. It brings about excitement too. Hey, it's almost like it's like the two of you all are able to I think the two of you all are going to recognize that you're closer to success. The Nine of Wands is this energy of giving it another go, right? Persistence, resilience. I do feel like that there is some, yeah. I do feel like that there is some progression, forward movement here towards commitment. Some like those of you are looking for a flat out personal. This person is single. If you're wondering that, if you're wondering if this person is open to communication, the answer is yes. All right, let's move forward. Who did I say? Yes, that was definitely Leo. Who did I say? When you move, I move. Just like that. Hey, tell him, baby. Who did I say? Cancer. Oh, okay. Well, they understand. Maybe Leo needs to go back and watch that Cancer reading too. But that was definitely Leo. Let's move on to Virgo. Guys, I just want to remind you all that I am going to be doing a work and career reading and finances at the end, if that's something that you're interested in. So thank you all so much for smashing that thumbs up button. And if you guys would like a personal reading, don't forget to check out the ManjulaAwakening.com. Sagittarian 9th House Collective is undergoing some major changes, y'all. All right, Spirit, tap me in. Let me get in here. Let me get up in this thing for Virgo at 42:45. What's up? What's good? What's going on, Virgo? Let's jump in and see what you need to know right now. Thank y'all for smashing that thumbs up button. It's thoroughly appreciated. Let's see, Spirit. I am going to be doing a working career reading at the end for the collective, Virgo. Let's see, Spirit. Tell me in. Okay. Oh, hecky no. Okay. So I'm going to put these two cards back in because they are in the reverse. Virgo, I am going to take this card because it's in the upright. Spirit is saying that what the overall energy for what you need to know right now is you are undergoing some sort of transformation at this time. And Spirit wants you to remember, you have to make sure you're nourishing yourself while you're waiting, because that you are a master manifester. So what you're nourishing yourself with at this time is affecting the way that you're going through this transformation, right? So like, okay. I have a Scorpio friend. I need to call him too. I have a Scorpio friend, and I called him when I was starting to work out, and he was basically saying that don't expect. Hey, we did this yesterday. Remember? Go. Like you won't see the changes in the outcome that you're truly looking for until you shift your diet. Until you shift the way that you're nourishing yourself. And I definitely feel like I'm speaking to a Virgo that is undergoing a transformation, whether you like it or not. Okay. Whether you like it or not, you're going through the transformation. What used to work will not work moving forward. Remember, guys, currently the Virgo energy is in the South Node energy. That's your comfort zone. But you are encouraged to push towards your true north. And anybody that has a Virgo energy, you're being pushed out of your comfort zone at this time. Okay. And Spirit is saying it's not going to be easy, but you are the master. You are manifesting this new reality. You're manifesting the pathway to your true north. Make sure that you're eating properly. Don't be out here eating Snickers bars and Reese cups thinking that you're going to be able to sprint a marathon, right? Yeah, see, Spirit is saying that there are some things that you're going to have to let go and bury in order to truly go through this transformation at this time, Virgo. Let me see, Spirit, tell me in. I have 77% on my battery right now. That could be significant for you, Virgo. Virgo, you could need to watch that Leo reading. I don't quite remember what it was. Ooh, I wish I could just understand how it's okay. I can't wait to see the results. What's up, Tisha? I do too. I want a Snickers bar too, but I told myself, not until I make it through the first week. Let's see, Spirit. Tap me in for Virgo. What does Virgo need to know right now? The World card, baby. This can't get no more clear, Virgo. You ain't got no choice, baby. An old cycle is closing out, and it's time to walk into it. Something's ending, so there's something new can begin in your life. The World card is a brand new. It's like it's brand new canvas. Brand new canvas. Something is completing. You're going into something that gives you the opportunity to have like achievements, fulfillment, independence, true stability. Like the Nine of Pentacles. Here's what I love about the Nine of Pentacles. And I'm only saying this because the Three of Pentacles is behind it. Okay, so Virgo, I assume that you are accustomed to lopsided collaborations because that's the ode that's ending. That what you're going into this new cycle is one of Nine of Pentacles. You see the Three of Pentacles is in front of her, and that's that collaborative energy. And she understands that, and then she's got the Six of Pentacles. And technically, I guess the Six of Pentacles is what's in front of her. So in order to keep her pathway increased, right? The Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. And in order to keep the Six of Pentacles flowing, she recognizes that she has to collaborate with her community. So this is Virgo closing out of an imbalance because the Six of Pentacles is balanced. When it's in the reverse, it's an imbalance. You are closing out an imbalanced way of collaborating and going towards a more harmonious way of collaborating. I definitely see a Virgo that is becoming independent of third-party energy. The King of Cups. That's in the challenge position, though. That's funny. No, that's in the opportunity. Thank you, Spirit. I was going to say that's funny. The opportunity is the King of Cups. The challenge is the Eight of Pentacles. What you mean? Shit, look, and it says Virgo energy too. What you mean? But I'm the workhorse. What you mean? What you mean I got to come into my feelings and my emotions? The opportunity is for you to be more diplomatic, for you to balance your heart in your head, Virgo. The opportunity is for you to balance your heart and head. But the challenge is I don't know. It's like when you put diplomacy into something, when you put like for instance, what I do, right? There's not really a tangible reward, but it's not to say that there's not a reward. And Virgo's saying the challenge here is that I'm used to putting in work and seeing the reward. What you mean you want me to drop down and make it a diplomatic decision and the reward isn't like it's not a 3D tangible thing? I don't operate there. That's the challenge for Virgo here. The Page of Pentacles. Well, you're being advised to, shit. Well, shit. It's, you gotta learn something new, baby. You gotta learn something new. Okay? And you gotta you're a good learner. You're a good learner. You are. There's a lot of earth energy here. And if I could just be honest with you, Virgo, whatever this is for you, the moment that you're able to balance your heart and head and be more diplomatic, like be more emotionally in tune, whatever this is that you're working towards, it is actually going to bring you to the Nine of Pentacles way sooner, okay? Like right now you feel like that you've got to get to the Nine of Pentacles through collaboration, and the universe is letting you know that for real, as long as you allow, if you look at this King of Cups, okay, slow down, Kiana. If you look at embodying the King of Cups as learning and developing yourself, then it actually takes you to the Nine of Pentacles sooner, by your own, I don't want to say by your own hands, because I think that that's what the universe is trying to get you away from, but it's definitely not by malicious collaborations. So this is, let's just be downright honest. This is somebody only collaborating with someone because you scratch my back, I scratch your back. Spirit is trying to lead a Virgo towards collaborating with equal give and take and being diplomatic. Just because you bring the meat and the potatoes and this person doesn't bring the rice doesn't mean that this person isn't bringing the nurture. Like, this person knows what to do with the meat and the potatoes. This person knows, I don't know, there's something about needing to be more, you got to balance your earth energy. Your earth energy is too hard. Think about the earth when it doesn't rain, right? Dirt, when it doesn't rain, it begins to crack. And even though dirt can mold huts together, right? The right kind of dirt can mold a house together. If it's not properly cared for and conditioned, then it dry rots, it breaks apart. And Spirit is saying this King of Cups is going to be the thing to moisturize what you're trying to bring into fruition. And it is going to require you to go through a transformation. But you come out more confident, more self-assured. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress. That's what I got for you, Virgo. Now, I do have to take... Hello, 215 Nessa. I'm glad you feel better. What's up, Fernie? Good rising, Fernie. I'm going to take a break. I got to go get my charger, and I'll be right back. OMG, y'all. After sitting for an hour after working out is not cool. That is not cool. Okay. I am thankful for the body that I am growing. Whew. Okay, let's jump in for Libra. I'm a soldier. I got this. The soy is not the word. Let's jump in for Libra. Okay. All right, let's timestamp Libra for 55. Let's do 55:45 for Libra. What's up? What's good? What's going on, Libra? Let's jump in and see what you need to know right now. Libra, thank y'all so much for smashing that thumbs up button. It is greatly appreciated. I am going to be doing a work and career reading at the end for the collective. So thank you all so much for smashing that thumbs up button. Okay, Libra, so Spirit is wanting you to cut through this illusion. There's some brain fog that you're having here. Okay, yeah, Spirit is saying, Spirit is saying, hey, it's time to shake, release, heal, and move on. Excuse me. There's something that you may be holding on to that is creating some sort of false illusion. You're not seeing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're thinking there's a shark coming towards you, and that's not really what it is. And ultimately, with this arrow going through there, Libra, it's almost saying, like, I have to be honest with you. Look at this. Look at this picture. You see what I see. If Spirit is telling you that this shark is an illusion and you're launched to shoot this arrow at this shark, look what that arrow will hit. It's hitting your thought process. It's hitting your functionality. So Spirit is saying right now, Libra, something is an illusion and it's really triggering the way that you're moving towards situations. Let me see. What is this illusion? I miss my Libra friend. I need to call her. Where the hell she been at? MIA. Yeah, where's my Libra friend being? MIA. Let me find out. Let me see, Spirit. Tap me in. Oh, Catherine. All right, Spirit. Tap me in. Let me see. What does Libra need to know right now? Okay. That you need to listen to your intuition. I'm telling you, your intuition is the thing that is going to get you the farthest right now. But, you know, back in the day when I very first started, I'm telling you, your intuition is telling you to move forward and to allow the justice, to allow the divine to bring justice to a situation. That's what your intuition is telling you. But you are hell-bent on, like, you have your target set on something. And I want you to know that launching towards that target is going to affect you. Okay. It is going to hit you directly in the way that you function. Okay. So let me go back to this. So I like to liken fear in your intuition to a radio station. When you cross over from one state line to the next and you pick up that static. You got to fine tune it. Spirit is never, ever, ever, ever telling you that you have to turn your fear all the way down. Fear and anxiety all have a purpose for you, but it is in how you use it. It is to the extent of which you choose to use it, Libra. And right now, Spirit is telling you, I can't allow you to move forward right now, or that you shouldn't move forward until you adjust the frequency. Because right now your fear is it's way louder than your intuition. And that's going to walk you into something that I don't think you would be happy with. Okay. The Knight of Wands, the Emperor card, the Six of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. Baby, you can't play with me. You're going to have to go play with your own spirit team. Mine ain't never going to be it. The Wheel of Fortune is the likely outcome here. There's a change that you're wanting. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. Libra, the change that you're wanting, you're going about it in the wrong way. You're trying to force this change. You're trying to use a fear tactic. Okay, you're trying to use a fear tactic to force a change. And the only thing that you're doing is coming off as very domineering, rigid, stubborn, lacking discipline, and very reckless. Spirit is trying to tell you, slow down. It doesn't have to be that. If you listen to your intuition, the opportunity here is to be courageous, and it is to rebel against the odds. But you have to do it. Six of Pentacles in a way. This one says community. In a way that is balanced for you. Like it can't just be good for you. It has to be good for the community. Whatever your community is when it comes to this decision or this change that you're wanting. But I'm definitely speaking to a Libra. You're getting the opportunity there is some sort of fated change coming your way. But there's a decisive moment coming your way. But this rigid energy here, lack of listening to your intuition, going at something from this stubborn perspective is kind of like shooting yourself in the foot. The only fucked up thing about it is I don't think, Libra, you're shooting yourself in the foot. I think that you're going to, so like whatever it is that you're going towards bullheadedly, if I could be honest with you, it's going to change up the way that you function, and it's not going to be in a way that you're happy. And let me give you an example. Let's say that, let's say that you work from home, okay? And you are okay with that. But because you are trying to implement changes at work because they make you working at home uncomfortable, if you forcibly go towards those changes just because you're uncomfortable and not looking at it for the greater good of the job, you're going to end up working back in the office, whereas you could still be working at home. That's just an example, right? So Spirit is saying, make sure that what you're shooting towards and the tool that you're using to go towards it isn't detrimental to yourself. Hello, beautiful. Hey. Was there anything that I left out for Libra there, Spirit? Was there anything that I left out? Did Libra need any one? There it goes. I feel like that you're like, what the emphasis, Libra, is that you are headed towards victory and success the moment that you can stop allowing that fear to project into your actions. Look, damn, you got to set back and allow yourself to receive. Some of you all are about to receive some sort of victory as it pertains to your whatever it is that you're growing, whatever it is that you've been nurturing, children, business, working, career. There is some sort of recognition that's coming your way, but the fear, the illusion is that it's never coming or that someone's trying to steal your shine, and that's a lie. So don't try to beat someone. It's almost that energy where the older sibling tells the little sibling, I'm going to go tell mama. And they try to hurry up and beat the older sibling to the mama to justify it. And the older sibling never was even going to go run and tell. They just wanted the younger sibling out of their face. You understand what I'm saying? So essentially, the younger sibling ended up telling on themselves. So just be careful, because that's what's coming to mind, Libra. Let's move forward to Scorpio. You all right over there, dude? All right, Spirit, tap me in for Scorpio at 1 hour, 5 minutes. Hey, Kristen. What's up? What's good? What's going on, Scorpio? Let's jump in and see what you need to know right now. Scorpio, thank y'all so much for smashing that thumbs up button. It is greatly appreciated. You can, if you would like a personal reading, you can find those over on the ManjulaAwakening.com. Scorpio, I will be doing a working career reading at the end for the collective. If you're interested, definitely get your energy into the channel. Let's see, Spirit, tap me in. What does Scorpio need to know? Thank you. You're stepping into some sort of unknown gift at this time, and it has a lot to do with the way you speak, okay? So just trust, okay? Something is blooming and blossoming out of thin air, and it has a lot to do with the way that you are speaking, okay? Coming out of your, I really do feel like that I'm speaking to a Scorpio that is like, I'm coming out. I want the world to know. That's the energy that I'm getting here for real, with this unknown gift. Damn, Scorpio, wasn't your timestamp 1 hour and 5 minutes? This is a 5 card, 41. Let me see, Spirit. Tap me in for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know right now? What does Scorpio need to know right now, Spirit? There it blows. The King of Wands. Don't be too forceful for what, there is some sort of opportunity. There is some sort of opportunity for you to step into leadership, for you to bring your vision into fruition, like the opportunity for you to step into control. But there's a need to be mindful of not being too forceful or domineering here, okay? Yeah, damn. Just as the 7 of Wands came out here, you see, I feel like that Scorpio is needing to, there's this energy of learning to stand up for yourself, learning to protect your territory and defend yourself without being too forceful. There's a thin line, but Spirit, it does look like you are being challenged to navigate the unknown gift is that you do have the ability to to walk that line and do it well. Excuse me, confirmation there. The challenge here is the 5 of Cups. The challenge here, the challenge is you may allow your own personal discontentment or sadness or your own loss to interfere with your vision in a way that is debilitating. You see, it just seems like the message for the collective today is gain through pain. I'm not sitting here saying let anybody well against you. I'm not talking about pain that comes from abuse, but I am saying that the message here is that, the challenge is accepting that everything happens for a reason. And yeah, those reasons, even though that situation brings loss or sadness, you can't just focus on that. You have to be willing to look for the silver linings within those situations, because the silver lining is the thing that's bringing the bigger picture into fruition here for you, Scorpio. But it's like you're allowing this grief, disappointment, and sadness to cause you to be more forceful in the way that you're trying to bring something into fruition. And what I'm really hearing is that your experiences, the things that you've lost, and your sadness gives you the greater capacity to protect it. But you can't, there's a difference between protection and you know what I'm saying? If you're, I don't really know how you want me to give that analogy, Spirit, but I have a Scorpio that is only acting from this perspective because you're trying to protect something, but you're coming off as very defensive in the very thing that you're trying to protect. You're actually causing harm to. So Spirit is saying what you need to know right now is you actually have a special gift with this ability to protect it, but you do have to shift your delivery. And the shift is to be optimistic and hopeful with the Star card here. Hope, inspiration, positivity, faith, renewal, healing, rejuvenation. That's your advice. Speak life into this situation. When we're parenting, we all have to catch ourselves. I'm not even going to sit here and act like I'm perfect at it. We all have to catch ourselves, right? Sometimes my son, he'll think that he can fly, right? And jump. And it's like, oh my gosh, don't do that, right? And then it's like, no, that's defensive. But protective energy is, to give them more space to be them, right? But also let them know why jumping from the top of the freaking refrigerator is not the same as jumping from the table, right? One of them is a protective, like I'm giving you the knowledge so that you can use this versus me being defensive, yelling at you. Then I'm teaching that jumping is no good at all. That's what this message is trying to say. The likely outcome, if you can do so, is victory and success. All right, let's move into Sagittarius, guys. All right, Sagittarius, let's get it. What's up, Sag G? Are y'all in the house? That's right, Saggy mount up. Big Sag energy. I miss Spike Gunner. Ashley A. Saggy come through. Let's see. Let's go ahead and timestamp Saggy for 1/12/30. Sag up in here deep. That's right. Let's get it, Spirit. Tap me in for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know right now? Sag, thank y'all so much for smashing that thumbs up button. I want to let you all know that I am doing a work career and finances at the end for the collective. But if you would like a personalized reading, you can find those over on the ManjulaAwakening.com. Okay. What's up, Taylor? No, you good. You good. Why the song Pony pop up in my head by Genuine? I don't know. We got Claim Your Power for Sag. Okay, Sagittarius, you are being told it is no more time to play small. You are more. You are so much more. It's time to spread your wings and act like the bald eagle that you are. It's time to claim your power. It's like Spirit is telling the Sagittarian collective, like, you got eagle mentality. Like, you know what I'm saying? You see things from far ahead. As I know, a Sagittarius, Mr. Kuma, that was his thing. I never forget, I was sitting in his car. I used to love being in his passenger seat. I never felt more safe. Well, other than my father, I love being in my dad's passenger seat. And my sister can drive. But I liked being in Mr. Kuma's passenger seat. And that's one thing he always said about me. He was like, you could tell you got the eyesight of an eagle. And I do. I feel like Sagittarius, you are definitely being told to be confident in your vision, like claim your power, step into your power right now. You're so much more than what you're giving yourself credit for at this time. Look what's at the bottom. Oh, Sagittarius, Temperance. Let's see, Sag. Spirit, what does Sagittarius need to know right now? Oh, the Three of Pentacles. In your collaborations, claim your power in the way that you collaborate. Like, claim your power. Like, okay, so... yeah, and let me tell you something. And claiming your power is about delegating your roles, Sagittarius. Like you think that your power is in carrying the load, doing everything by yourself. No, it's not. Your power is in your collaborations. Your power is in the people, in the resources, and how you leverage them. The power is not about how much you can, like, okay, so I work out with my cousin, right? And she's been doing it. She's been going to work out longer than me, right? And so getting on the machines behind her, she's got more weight on there. And it's like, it's not about how much weight. Don't be ashamed to move it down to a smaller weight, right? Because the fact that you are in here building, you're starting, right? It's not about how much you can, it's not about how much you can bear. It's really not. It's time for Sagittarius to move your weight, to move your perception of power off of how much bullshit you can bear. I'm gonna take a second. I don't care. I'm gonna take a second. I've been feeling this Sagittarian energy, not from the Sagittarius collective, but there have been some Sagittarian energy that I've been picking up on, where it's like, right now, people are sitting with the reality of they was go, 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 doing this for this person, doing this for this person, doing this for this person, and on the high here, on the high here, it was all rolling. But the minute that you had to shift to your own responsibilities, now there's this negative, heavy energy about yourself. And Spirit is saying that's because of a lack of delegation. You cannot choose. If you're going to ride the wave, and don't bitch about the jitters afterwards, right? So if you're going to take a 5-hour energy shot, knowing good damn well, all you need to do is change your eating habits. Don't sit here and complain about the jitters. And then when you get another one to help you with the jitters, don't bitch about the addiction. Don't bitch about the amount of money that it costs to keep up with that false level of security. When Spirit is saying it's time for you to claim your real power and understand that it's time to delegate. It's time to proportion. The star card, baby, the opportunity is for you to step out into the spotlight, for you to get some real attention, like for you to get some spotlight attention here. Damn, the 2 of Cups, the Page of Swords, the 9 of Pentacles. You may be afraid to step into your power, and you may be afraid to delegate roles because of a fear of division, or a fear of rejection, or a fear of tension. And I have to be honest with you, all of that can be handled through the way that you communicate. Whatever that fear is. So like, let's say that I'm going to use my people's example, just because I know my people's is working on it. Everybody in the family always call and ask you to babysit. And I'm talking about Nikita too. Everybody in the family always call and ask you to babysit. And you know that it's time to start setting some boundaries. But you don't set the boundaries because you don't want to create the tension. You don't want to create the division. So you tolerate until you are just, you sick that day. Your baby's as bad as fuck that day. You ain't had but 30 minutes worth of sleep. You got to log in for work. And then your people's call you talking about, can you watch the kids? And you spaz out. That is what Spirit is telling you to address right now. That is where you give your power away. Whereas the energy is when you don't have the stress on your plate, but you just don't have the capacity to bear that load that day, that's the time for you to speak your boundaries. Or let's say that you do decide to babysit that day. When they come to drop the kids off, hey, I just want to let you know I'm gonna do this today, but this and this and this next time. It makes so much more sense when you give me a heads up, or if you see what I'm up to before you automatically assume that I'm available. There's something about there's something about being more vigilant and shifting the way that you're communicating your boundaries, because right now you're not communicating your boundaries out of fear of rejection or out of fear of division. And the only reason why a rejection or division would happen is because of the way that you're implementing your boundaries. Spirit is saying by doing so, you're actually going to feel more empowered, and you're going to feel like that your collaborations are more balanced here. And then you ain't got to come up in my chat projecting all that negative energy. I'm going to be honest. I'm definitely calling somebody out. And if you picking it up, pick it up. Shit. Take that shit. But don't be out here in this world, Sagittarius, projecting your bullshit, your discomfort onto other people. Because the beautiful thing about life is just how our life can go from good to shitty in the blink of an eye. Our life can go from bad to good, and the shift, and just like that, with the shift of your mindset, by you refusing to be the only one that bears the responsibilities. And if you're like, yeah, but Kiana, if I don't bear it, then nobody else is. Well, then I need you to ask yourself, how fucking important is it? If everybody else is benefiting from it, but you're the only one putting in the fucking work for it, how important is it? Drop that shit. Drop that shit. Give somebody else the opportunity to pick it up. Don't be mad because you're choosing to pick it up. Put that shit down. Shit, like, let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Internet bill. Some of us stress ourselves plumb the fuck out over an internet bill. What you mean? Cut that shit off. Cut that shit off. Go to the library. But Kiana, then the kid's gonna need it, and then this, so fuck it. Well, okay, cool. Well, then I bet you they'll step up to help you somewhere else to take another load off your plate so that you don't feel so burdened by that. But for right now, ask yourself, how important is that to you? Because that's what you're being encouraged to do. If you ain't shifting, then get off the pot. That's right. Let's move on to Aquarius. I don't know why I went all the way to there. Let's get on to Capricorn. I'm wearing a Capricorn shirt today, too. Yes, happy birthday, Capricorns. Happy birthday. From here, your nails, they are not fresh, honey. But thank you, baby. I'm going today. For real, I'm going today. As soon as I get done with my 3 o'clock appointment, baby, I am going straight to it. Lord willing, let me say that. Let me add that on there. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, baby. Oh, I keep on one. All right, let's tap in for Capricorn. Love the live. Oh, I'm so glad y'all like this live. Good. I was like, they are not going to like it. They probably, I don't want to look at that damn desk all morning. But I'm so glad y'all understand, y'all. All right, Spirit. Tap me in for Capricorn for 1 hour, 25 minutes, and 15 seconds. That's because my nail tech is the best, honey. Fuck them. That's right. Let's get it, Spirit. Let's get it. Tap me in for Capricorn. What does Capricorn need to know right now? You trying to count all the decks? Oh, this ain't, unfortunately, this ain't. Oh, Kristen, why you do that to me? Oh, wow. Look what you got, Capricorn. You are more. This ain't even the top of the damn, this ain't even, this is the tarot. And this ain't even all the tarot. It's as much of the tarot as I could get up here. I should be ashamed of myself. But I was just looking at a tarot deck and an oracle deck that I'm probably about to order. And I'm glad you said that. I need to ship those decks off. If you won, please, Nikita, tell me who won the decks. Anyways, what's up, Capricorn? Spirit wants you to know that you are more. Attract through glow. Capricorn, stop chasing. It's time to stop chasing. Capricorn, I know you are used to the structure. You know, you believe in putting in the work to receive the reward, and there's nothing wrong with that. But Spirit wants you to know that you are more, like you can draw more into you than chasing after it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you've got to understand the other end of the spectrum than just chasing too. Let me see, Spirit. What is it that Capricorn needs to know right now? Don't feel bad. Growing my collection. I know that's right. Yes, thank y'all so much for smashing. She said, I'm just admiring, Key. I know that's right. Hey, 215 Nessa. Let me see, Spirit. Tell me in for Capricorn. It's a party. It's a party. So we have the 7 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Pentacles. You got to put, I'm going to be honest right now, you got to put some boundaries up against somebody from your past. There's something that is just too familiar, it's too familiar for comfort, honey. There is definitely something that you need to defend yourself against. Something from your past. You need to hold on to something. Shit. You don't have to run back to your past. You don't have to settle for something from your past. You are more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, Capricorn. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like what I'm getting. The 2 of Wands, I'm going to go ahead and say it with the 2 of Wands out here. Don't you let nobody tell you, like, don't you, baby, hey, listen, let me calm down. My big sister's a Capricorn. I love a lot of Capricorns. And I'm not saying this is my big sister's message, but all I'm saying is, you know, they say the big sisters are protective of their little sisters. It's really not. The big sisters is tired of that little sisters. But for some reason, the little sisters will fuck a world upside down behind them mean as big sisters. Okay? But I'm not saying, I'm just saying right here. This right here is saying that I'm speaking to somebody that you got to defend yourself. You got to put some boundaries up. Because the past, you might be trying to go towards the past because you feel like that's just all you, that's just the best that you will have it. Like there ain't that, like, shit, I don't know. There's just something that you feel like you got to settle for, and Spirit is saying the hell you don't. The hell you don't. I'm telling you, it's only insecurities that is making you feel fragile and feeling like you gotta hold on to this past situation or run back to this past situation. But Spirit wants you to know, no, the hell you don't. Hey, because you are more than that. And you might need to go watch Sagittarius's reading, because when Sagittarius got this was at the bottom of the deck. Okay. But Spirit definitely wants Capricorn to recognize that you are more than whatever it is that you're trying to settle for, or whatever it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might be trying to tell yourself that, you know, like, well, if I wasn't on my period this week, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Or you might be trying to justify something. Not saying that your behaviors didn't, I'm not trying to tell you to justify your behaviors. But I am trying to tell you that sometimes you got to accept the way that you showed up then, be a better version, and still keep pushing forward, okay? Queen of Swords. You see what I'm talking about, baby? You got to rise above and cut away what is no longer serving you. Be honest with you, Capricorn. You are being told like you got to rise above the obstacles. Think whatever the obstacle is that has you thinking that the past is the best. You got to rise above that. You got to cut that shit away because Spirit is telling you that you are so much more. It's time for you to step into your natural authenticity and watch the universe give you so much better than what you think this past is. I'm gonna be honest with you. This past is giving me the energy of you ain't never gonna find nobody. Look at you used up like my baby. I won't tell you which one, but one of my baby daddies. They love to tell me that I never find a man. That I'm just a cum bag and all this good shit. Baby, I don't give a fuck what you said, cause baby, I don't give a damn how long it takes. Baby, when I find mine, I bet you my marriage will last longer than anybody that has ever slung shit at me. Do you hear me? And Spirit is telling Capricorn to step into that mindset. You feel me? Nobody's saying that there won't be people to sling that shit to you, but you have to decide to be more than that. Right? You have to determine that you're more than that. Because I could have allowed my son's father to convince me that I was every bit of that. But baby, you got me twisted. Baby, well, for one, the word didn't try to convince me I was crazy all my life. And baby, if you tell me I'm the sanest one in my family, but let me move forward. Capricorn Spirit wants you to step into your independence. Capricorn Spirit is saying, I don't care what you think you don't have. I don't care what you think you don't have. The moment that you step into believing what you like that you are, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to go look for a job because I know that I'm going to draw. I don't have to go look for my job because I believe that my divine is going to lead me to it because I'm doing everything that I need to be in alignment with my life's purpose. I don't have to beg, borrow, and plead for money because my divine is sending opportunities to me every single day. And sometimes it may not come the way that is normal for the world, right? But the Spirit is definitely saying that if you can cut away what is no longer serving you, not go back to something from the past, you will be reaping some sort of reward for your efforts here, my love. Success, material security, okay? Self-sufficiency. And you may be trying to go back to the past because you don't feel self-sufficient. Spirit said, that's all right. When them babies move up at your house immediately, they don't do that on their own. Okay, let's just be 1,000% real. You buy them, you put them, a parent that's trying to make the load easier, right? You send your child off, you buy them they first, you know what I'm saying? You make sure they got their dishes, you make sure that they got their refrigerators full. You know what I'm saying? Like you put them in a position to win. Spirit is saying, just take the leap of faith. I'm going to put you into a position to win, but you have to trust me and not your past. Easier said than done, yeah, but Spirit is saying, I don't give a fuck. I need you to go ahead out here and attract the glow. Hey, baby, you want to go play with somebody else. Okay. Easier said than done. Absolutely. But Spirit said, if anybody can do it, it's you, Capricorn. So get out there and go do your thing. Hold on, what she said? Absolutely. She said, absolutely. I don't need the past. Funny the phone call I got was from an ex wishing me a happy birthday. Oh, wow. My ex just called to wish me a happy birthday and he was serenading me. And I just told him, please just leave me alone. I know that's right. And you would have been in so much more power. Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for that. I appreciate that. I gotta go. I got some other things I'm in the middle of. Sometimes sometimes my son has taught me, for real, my son and his father has taught me that when I let a motherfucker know too much that something's bothering me, they're going to keep on doing it. They're going to keep on doing it. That's my son and his father. They're just going to keep on doing it. And so sometimes it's best to endure it for a little while and not give them a reaction and watch it change. All right, let's move on into Aquarius. Come here to get off this internet. All right, can I get the Aquarius banner? Yes, poking the bear. Thank you, Keita. Let me see, Spirit, tap me in. Tap me in for Aquarius at 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 40 seconds. All right, Spirit, tap me in for Aquarius. Thank you, Spirit. What is it that Aquarius needs to know right now? Aquarius, thank y'all so much for smashing that thumbs up button. It is thoroughly appreciated. Guys, I am going to do a work and career reading at the end and finances. If you would like that, go ahead and put your energy in. Let's see, Spirit, tap me in. What does Aquarius need to know right now? Spirit wants you to focus, focus on taming something, tame and attain. So in order to obtain something, you do have to tame something. And Spirit is saying the thing that needs to be tamed requires you to focus on the bigger picture. Like, okay, the best example I can give you, Aquarius, is once my mama sent me off, once I recognized that no matter how much I changed my behavior, it wasn't good enough for my mama, I went through life with the fuck it mentality. I always told them people, fuck you. My mama didn't want me. I know you don't want me. I'm going to make you earn every single dollar. Okay? That was my mentality after I got sent off. And it worked, but it didn't. Right? It worked, but it didn't. It worked in the sense that I didn't have to stay anywhere that I didn't want to, because I learned how to cause enough of a ruckus to get sent off to the next place, right? But how it didn't work is it made things more difficult for me, right? So Spirit is saying you may be stubbornly trying to hold on to this one aspect, and Spirit is saying I actually need you to tame that so that you can achieve the bigger goal. The bigger picture is what matters right now. So you get what they say, not that you want to attract flies, but what do they say? You attract more bees with honey, right? Not that you want to attract a bee, but I mean, I guess you do if you're a tea drinker. But anyways, Spirit is saying something does need to be tamed in order for you to obtain it. You have to focus on the bigger picture. Like, how bad do you really want it? Because there is a sacrifice that is needed. Nourishment while waiting. Let me see, Spirit, tap me in. I'm so thankful for Kristen and Nikita. Y'all and everybody else that's been active in that chat. But y'all definitely keep that thing going. Keep me relevant on that thing. Let me see, Spirit. What is it that Aquarius needs to know right now? The King of Cups. There's a need to be diplomatic here. I'm sorry, guys. There's a need to be diplomatic. There's a need to bring some sort of balance to your head and heart space at this time. Oh, my. Oh, my. Spirit is saying, who am I talking to? Aquarius, you're getting a partnership. You're getting a partnership. And just because you've been doing it this way does not mean that you got to keep doing it that way. Not if you want this partnership to work. There is an emotionally wise person coming towards you for a partnership. And Spirit is saying that you are going to have to tame the way that you get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tame your, like, balance your head and heart so that you can be diplomatic with your emotions, whether it be you don't ever include emotions or sometimes you become over emotional. Spirit is saying this is someone that is here to be devoted to you, but it does require some sort of diplomacy and it does require balance here. Oh, you get an opportunity to reconcile. This is definitely giving reconciliation energy. Yeah, I have to be honest with you. Okay, so let me see something real quick. I already got the storyline. Hey, Ayo, the goddess. I just want to see something real quick. Who am I talking to? Okay, anyways, Aquarius, you're definitely being given an opportunity to heal a partnership, to move a partnership onto calmer waters. However, you're not going to achieve it by running away from the problems, and you're not going to achieve it by staying stuck in the past. So essentially, this is saying there's an issue from the past that needs to be resolved. You can't run away from it. You can't sweep it under the rug. But you also have to shift the way that you have been trying to deal with it up until now. Okay? But I do feel like that there is an opportunity to bring this, to heal the bond with someone here. But in order to do so, it is going to require some generosity on your behalf. Okay, it is going to require some generosity on your behalf, because Spirit is saying that there's something from the past that you are like, this other person doesn't want to deal with it, and they don't want to deal with it for whatever reason, but it has a lot to deal with the way that you're approaching it. Okay, or vice versa. But there is a need to address the issue, but you have to shift the way that you address it. Remember, the Five of Swords, the only way that one person can really overcome the Five of Swords energy is to make sure that you've done the Four of Swords. Because you have to gain the clarity. You have to make sure that your pain is not fueling you moving forward. You have to be able to extract that Ace of Swords from the Four of Swords in order to overcome the Five of Swords to achieve the Six of Swords. Okay? But Spirit is saying with diplomacy, if you tame, and when we say tame, it's like, let's say that this person, stood you up, right? Let's say that this, not even want to say stood you up. Let's say that this person said that they was going to hang out in den, right? And it hurt your feelings. You got in your feelings about it. Spirit is saying, address the issue with yourself so that the pain and anything that was stirred up because of that does not affect how you handle this person. Because it definitely triggered something more than what they did. That's what Spirit is telling me with the Queen of Pentacles and the Star card. There is some healing for you that needs to be done in order for you to be diplomatic so that you can have the bigger picture and bring this situation back into union and move it on to calmer waters. Let's move on to Pisces. And I really do feel the need to say, I don't know why, somebody really needs to know. Infidelity is not always the reason to end a relationship, okay? Not always, but sometimes it is, but not always. All right, last but not least, let's do Pisces. And that is something that I learned last year, Kiana. So don't call him and say, you got me effed up. No, absolutely not, Taylor. People look at me fucking crazy when I say that. Everybody's got their own opinion. Okay. Everybody's got their own opinions. They're like assholes. Okay. You get one, you get one, you get one. If yours is dysfunctional, we can make you one. Everybody's got one. Okay. My Vedic sign is Aquarius, and that exact situation happened with a friend of mine. Oh, wow. Like assholes. Not for real, they are. Opinions are like assholes. Let's jump in for Pisces at 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 55 seconds. All right, Spirit, tap me in for Pisces. What does Pisces need to know right now? That I keep picking the deck upside down. So Pisces, Spirit is saying that you're about to jump timelines and there is some baggage that you need to let go of so that you can move into this quantum jump, okay? So Pisces, what you need to know right now is that baggage is currently being released so that you can take some sort of leap of faith. It's going to require you to face your fears, but you're definitely being catapulted forward. And in order for you to stick this landing, is definitely going to require you to shake some shit off, release some shit, and allow space for healing so that you can move on, okay? What does Pisces need to know right now? Some of y'all, I'm really getting some of y'all are about to have some sort of, you've been looking for a promotion. You're not getting a promotion. You're getting a brand new job and you're going, like, what they would have given you on that promotion is far less than what you're about to be starting out at, okay? So don't be mad that you didn't get some promotion. Don't get mad that you got laid off or whatever the case may be. Watch where you're about to land up at, Pisces. It's a major quantum jump for you, but it is going to require you to really face your fears. Let me see. Damn, I'm getting caught in to do it too. I'm trying to hurry up and stop talking for real and get off these people's internet. But Spirit is making me do it. You see that right there? That's prism energy, right? Prism. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's where a light, the light frequency is bent. And that's when it makes the rainbow. So when you see a rainbow, it's because a light beam it's been broken. And the light is shattered. And that's why you see all the colors, right? Spirit is saying that in order for you to see, like, there is, like, your projected path, what you had seen clearly is being bent. And Spirit is saying, I need you to embrace this because that is what actually catapults you into your rainbow, into your hope, into your new adventure, right? But you can't get scared when you see it bend. Damn, I didn't shuffle any, but that was the Page of Cups. All right, Spirit, tap me in. What does Pisces need to know right now? That, hey, you can ready to get some sort of wish a wish is being granted. Hope, optimism, inspiration, positivity, faith, renewal, rejuvenation, Pisces. Look, there go the opportunity here is for you to have a shift in perspective, for you to see this situation from a new perspective, okay? Wow. The Ace of Cups. So you do have to surrender something in order to receive this, like which I told you, that release. So Spirit is definitely saying that you're surrendering, releasing something. There is some sort of like, Spirit is saying do it now, because whatever waiting period you have is like, that is what's ticking away. The King of Cups is your advice. Ooh, that's diplomacy. Spirit wants you to balance your head and heart. You're going to have to release some sort of situation, a painful situation that you've learned to survive in, but it's like surviving in that situation doesn't make room for healing. And where you're headed doesn't make room for that situation. Because you're headed towards an emperor. Pisces, you could be leaving an Aquarius, a Pisces, a Scorpio behind, headed towards an emperor, an Aries. Stability. You're definitely leaving something behind. Some of you all, this is a job. Some of you all, this is a lover. If you're leaving behind a job, it's so that you can go after something that is more creatively and aligned with your true heart's desires, emotional fulfillment. If you're surrendering a person, you're surrendering a person that has become emotionally detached, and you're headed to someone that has emotional overflow. Yeah, damn, look. Victory. Where you're headed towards is victory. All right. My heart is fluttered. All right, Spirit, tap me in. Key always coming in hot with the best analogies. Oh, thank you. I don't even remember what analogy I just used, but thank you, baby. Yes, we are definitely going in for the collective now, y'all. But not before Cosmo forces me into an intermission. All right, I'm going to take a quick intermission before we do. Quick, Cosmo. What's up? What's good? What's going on, y'all? Y'all, I cannot sit for 2 hours straight no more. Y'all know I'm out here working now. Baby, I got to move these thunder thighs. Honey. Baby, make me want to go back to the gym just to get in that massage chair again. Because, baby, this ain't. I need me a man. Y'all knew it was coming at some point in time. Quit playing with me. Let me see, Spirit. What's the strongest energy for work and career? Let's do 158.10. Let's do 158.10. I need a full body massage too, but I need it with hands. I need hands on me. All right, Spirit, tap me in. What is the working career message that my collective needs? Hey, chill out, y'all. What is the working career message that my collective needs to know right now at this time? Yeah, some good old strong hands, honey. What's the message for the collective? What do they need to know at this time? Ooh, so it says use your influence for change. So right now, what's going on is Spirit wants you to know, like, okay, some of y'all that are looking for a job and you're like, I don't even know what I need to be doing. You definitely have a knack for like public speaking, social videos and interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. So Spirit is definitely saying that right now, as far as working in career, you are more influential than you recognize here, especially with this innovation. So Spirit is saying that your ideas are actually getting some attention as far as work and career goes. Okay. So Spirit is saying, make sure that whatever it is that whatever these new strategies are that you're coming up with, make sure that you're using high vibrations, right? Spirit is saying that old ways are outdated. So invent and create new. I do feel like that your new ways of doing things are getting some attention. So just keep that in mind. And damn, it's bringing in some money too. It will be like money matters a lot right now. So some of you all need to make sure that you're watching your expenses. I'm going to have to clarify these one at a time. Spirit is saying, make sure that you're watching your expenses, and save up. But I also want you to know that there is some unexpected income. Like there's an increase in your finances coming. But Spirit does want you to have a shift in your perspective. And just because everything is good in this quarter doesn't mean that things may not swing low in the next quarter. Spirit wants you to not what does it say? Catastrophize changes in the workplace, because I actually think that things are working out more in your favor than you recognize. Uh-oh. All right, Spirit, clarify this influence. What is this influence for working career for my collective? Creative, like, baby, I can't make this shit up. Creativity. So, like, if you guys, like, let's say that I don't know what y'all do for a living, and I don't think that it really matters. But let's say that you're in the advertisement business, right? But you don't come up with the ads or anything like that. You just put it together. You may be putting something together in the next couple of days and be like, "Ooh, this would be a good way this would be a good way to press this message in." Spirit is saying, don't hold back, don't play small. That's actually the perfect light bulb moment for this situation. Your creativity is definitely bringing about some finances here. People are really evaluating your performance based off of the receipts, based off of your work. Like what is the profit based off of the ideas that you have brought to the table? It looks like that it's bringing you some good stuff. Let me get 3 cards for influence and creativity for work and career for my collective. So don't be afraid to be different here in collective. Zodiac lover, what's up? Love this reading. Yes, this is a beautiful reading. And I'm glad you like this. Let's see, Spirit. The Seven of Cups, the Chariot card, and the Three of Swords. I feel like that, here's what I want you to know. With the Ten of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck, you can make some good money. And I have to be honest with you. Don't be afraid to, I don't know, like if you're a creative person and feeling your feelings brings about art, do that shit, okay? Like, I'm definitely speaking to someone that is about to be overcoming, like, you know what I'm saying? There's something about you either working through some sort of pain and it bringing you money, or you're turning some sort of pain into something that is going to bring about success, okay? Success, a lot of financial opportunities. Like the Seven of Cups is multiple sources of income, right? So there is something about this entire reading. Someone needs to know that even though you're about to have some sort of surge some sort of surge in your finances because of your influence, it definitely requires money management. There is something about normal highs and lows, ups and downs inside of this career or creative venture. Confirmation belch. There is some ebbs and flows in this creative venture, but that just means that you have to manage your resources when you're on the high. It doesn't mean that you have to panic when you're in the low. But with this innovative energy, I do feel like that when you go low, I do feel like that that's going to be one of your most creative and strategic times. And that's why Spirit wants you to embrace for it and to also accommodate it within your finances here, okay? Let's move on to innovation. You will need to come up with new strategies to keep your plans in motion. Thank y'all so much, Payday. Yeah, I have to be honest with you. I immediately felt that with I'm like before this even came out here. It's almost like I'm speaking to someone that's about to hit a major lick, and you may want to go on a shopping spree. Hell, you may even want to start planning a vacation and all of that good stuff. And I'm not saying that you can't, but I am saying that if you continue at a reckless spending rate, like let's say that in this quarter, I don't know. Let's say in this quarter, there was a 62% increase in your revenue. And therefore you are giving yourself a pay increase. You're doing a little bit more shopping. You're doing a little bit more vacationing. Spirit is saying, I don't want you to get too comfortable in that, because the next quarter may not be the next quarter, there may only be a 30% revenue increase. And Spirit is saying, and that doesn't mean that that second quarter doesn't mean that it was bad. It just means that that quarter is the quarter where you're meant to be in more of your planning phase and bringing things, laying the foundation for new things, right? So definitely manage your resources wisely, because I do and manage. I have to be honest with you. You're gonna have to see your off. I'm telling somebody the truth. You're gonna have to see that off season as a good thing, because that off season is going to be the time for you to recuperate. That off season, like let's say you're a designer in your season where it's the 62% increase, you're pushing product out there. But in the season where you're only seeing a 30% increase in your revenue, that's the season where you're to be designing your new hit pieces. Does that make sense? Let me see, Spirit, clarify this innovation and payday. Keep some in the reserve. That's right. All right, Spirit, can I get some clarity on innovation and payday? Definitely going to have to change your old ways of spending here. The 8 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, as well as the 7 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles is here. Something is a workable situation. Something will be financially stable, okay? But it's not like, I just want you to know that you're getting some influence, but it doesn't mean that there aren't going to be some financial challenges. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's going to be, I don't really know. Like if you get paid on commission, you may get paid more last week than you're getting this week. So you don't want to spend this week as if you already know what you're going to make. That's basically what this is saying here. You have to look at things as a financial investment. You have to use your finances in a way that invests and brings an increase to you. You can't be so reckless with your finances moving into this new cycle. I definitely see someone's career expanding. And that may be what a lot of you all are like trying to, it's like you're trying to progress forward and expand, and you're determined to do so. So you may actually like try to look the part, or try to, like, let's say that you work in an office and or a law firm, and all the partners, and you're looking to be a partner, and all of the partners go and do this every day at lunchtime, and you're like, yeah, I'm not even making partner money. I can't really do that right now. Don't force yourself to do something just because you feel like that's your only way. There's a need to be innovative. You're going to have to come up with new strategies. Let me see, Spirit, what's going on with money matters? Over time. So Spirit is definitely saying you clock as much as possible. Like I definitely feel like the Spirit definitely wants you to be saving. Yeah, damn. OMG. Spirit definitely wants you to be saving your coins right now at this time, okay? It's not to say that you don't have it. It's just that there's a major purchase coming up, okay? I definitely feel like the Spirit wants you need to be prepared for the unexpected. So definitely if there's an opportunity for you to take a last minute client, or put in some overtime on the clock, do so without overexhausting yourself, right? But definitely needing to allow yourself to accumulate your resources right now. All right, Spirit, give me 3 cards for money matters and overtime. Money matters in overtime. What's the 3 cards to go with this for my collective, Spirit? Okay. Oh, the Devil card. So Spirit is definitely saying that there is I'm gonna have to be honest with you. Somebody's got to cut the Starbucks out. Like if you go into the bar every night, you're gonna have to cut back on that. Somebody's Yeah, look, the Hermit card. Somebody's really being told to reflect on where is it that you're wasting your money. You got to reflect on your debt here right now in the next few days. Where is your money going? Where it, like, there's a need to really say, like, damn, look at the Hermit card. It literally says, can you see it? Saving, budgeting. I'm definitely speaking to someone that is needing to budget so that you don't catch yourself in a financial strain. Do some overtime if you can. Take every opportunity to make sure you're putting some time in on the clock. This isn't the time. I mean, don't just go out here and take any and all contracts, but you know what I'm saying? This may be the time to not turn down the petty contracts, right? I need to understand that devil. I definitely feel like that there is some debt. There could be some sort of unexpected debt collection that comes your way. Spirit wants you to know that you will be stable, like you are stable. Don't get to thinking that you're going to collapse, but you don't want whatever this unexpected debt is, or you don't want whatever this addiction is that you're spending a lot on. You don't want that to catch you off guard and to debilitate you, right? You are stable and solid right now. However, there is a need to get ahead of it, right? Yeah, the King of Swords. Get ahead of it. All right, guys, that's what I got for you. I hope that these messages were able to bring you some guidance and clarity. If so, I would thoroughly appreciate that thumbs up down below. I'm going to sit here for just a second. I want to know, not that many of y'all are stable. This is a good, that was my question. How did y'all like the reading format? Is it something that you would like to see on a regular basis? That was my question. So if you're not watching live, leave me a comment down comment down below. If you're watching the chat, if you're in the chat, put it there. If not, comment down below. But I'm out of here. I love y'all so much.